Hey everyone, it's Wilma again, Wilma's Alternative Solutions, and I have here the Magpie Oracle and the Magpie 2 Keepsake Box Oracle, which I've also added a few of my own extra charms. And people have been asking, how do you do a reading with the charms? So that's what I'm going to do today. I have a question from a woman wanting to know about her love life. And, excuse me. This is a casting sheet from the Lenormand Dice by Alex Music from Angel Cartomancy. I would have my Lenormand Dice out right now, but unfortunately I have misplaced them. It's killing me. I'm having a small mini little anxiety attack about that. I'm sure I'll find them in a few minutes, but they're supposed to be right here next to my bedside and I don't know where they are. So, alright, so without further ado, we're just going to do the charms, and just know that I love the Lenormand Dice. That's how I got into the charms. Very accurate, very blunt. Different ways to cast these. You can use the bag, you can use your hands, you can shake them, you can throw them, whatever you want to do. I'm not going to throw them because I don't want to lose them. So let's ask about this woman's love life. I'm going to keep it anonymous. So I'm just going to... Okay. So this is what lands, and whatever lands on the board we keep, whatever doesn't we get rid of. So I'm just going to pull these away. And I'm going to pull the fish away there. Oops. Put that where it's supposed to be. Take this one. I'm not using my tripod, so I'm trying to look through my camera while I do this. It's going to take a little bit longer. And this is not touching anything good. This is not touching anything. This is not touching anything. Okay. Oops, I think I just moved the fox. But I think it may have been in both, so we'll just put him in both there. Now, when you're doing this, you want to be sure that you don't move your charms, because whatever words or houses or, boxes, depending on your casting sheet style that you're using, whatever they're hitting, you want to be able to read them. I like to turn my charms so that I can see them. So I'm going to do that now. Sun. I'm not going to consider the loop of that to be in that house. That's just my personal thing. This, the bouquet, I do feel like they're in the middle, touching both, so I'm going to put that in there. This postcard is only here. Heart is there. Clover is only touching there. This tree is touching all four of these houses. And the house is technically touching both of these. This is the garden, and it's touching all four. The man is in there. The clouds seem to be over a man and punishment, judgment. So I'm going to put that up like that. The tower is over both of this. Ooh! Tower. Over intimacy and privacy. Talks and exchanges. I could get a little dirty there. It doesn't look like this couple needs Viagra. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Alright, so now we got the book over here. On obstacles. Okay, we've got the birds on these two houses. The dog. I think I'm going to put him like right there. It's kind of sketchy. It's what kind of a decision. Crossroad just touching both of these, and we're just going to go like that. And there we go. Now we start my reading. And so first thing I'm going to do is look at the charms that are on the board. The tree and the house, which are together for family. The garden, which is nearby for community. The male with the clouds does not look good. This looks a little depressed. The tower, the bouquet, the sun, the letter and the heart, the clover, the book and the crossroads. The book and the crossroads, I'm not really loving that combination together. This looks like having some sort of knowing that you have choices, and there's also the birds and the dog, so there's communication with a friend and knowing there's choices. It makes me wonder if there's a third-party involvement here, because this, especially with the dog going on to burden and guilt, this could look career focused. It could have something to do with money or career, but this is technically the house of the anchor. I'm going to go with what's written here, not just the Lenormand houses, but the house of the anchor. So this could also just be, trust and stuff. So handy solutions, finances, and wealth. So that again, we're talking about being very self-serving here. So this may be going along with the birds. It's like finding out some sort of talking to somebody, or getting some information or education about furthering a career, and somehow that playing into the love relationship or taking away from the love relationship. The clover is on reputation, fame, and cycles. So there seems to be a little luck with that. So that's good. They seem to be, kind of lucky, having a good go at things. That maybe perhaps that things look a little bit better from the outside than they possibly are, or feeling optimistic. The heart is on the heart's desire and emotions. So clearly love is a desire, and there's a great desire from that, but it looks like the communication may have been taken. So perhaps both couples or both parties want, or one party is really dedicated to this and really wants that perfect romance, but they're only getting a little bit of it with clover. And also that the communication, there's a lot of communication or understanding that's taken away, the feeling misunderstood. And bouquet on top of intelligence and strategies, as well as small things and new beginnings, that perhaps there's been some strife in the past, that there's some apologies and new beginnings. Excuse me, bouquets are often about apologies and opportunities. So there is some opportunity, and also perhaps starting a little new, but also some apologies, maybe some rough waters that had come over. The sun is in enemy and sharp tongue. So the sun, I think here gives it just more power. So someone may be or may have been very sharp with their tongue, and maybe said things that they regret or that hurt the other person, and which leads to the bouquet. You want to be careful of that, because that's never good in a relationship. The garden is on unexpected events. Be cautious, punishment and judgment, and also on transportation and trips. So this makes me wonder if there's some traveling that's going to happen, because the garden with trips and unexpected events is an issue, but there may be some traveling issues. Perhaps that, a date even, that, having a date or something, that seems like a good idea, but it may not go well. The man may just be a little overworked. The intimacy and private exchange. Now, I could, make a dirty remark about the tower here, but I think this is also mostly about isolation, especially when you combine this, that these things have been somewhat taken away or aren't being addressed or looked at, that there's, again, like with the letter, the communication's taken away. There's there's more of a focus on work, and the relationship being about a money focus and how do we do things and get by, rather than a focus on the intimacy and love aspect of the relationship. Change in motion, true friends, gifts, opportunities, and be cautious here. Again, this is about family right here. So again, be careful about breaking out, branching out. Be careful who you talk to. That may not necessarily be the best way. Really stay with your family. Focus on your family. It's with house. And houses and gifts and opportunities, and be cautious. So again, I would be careful with family talks as well. That you may want to keep things, be very aware of your words when speaking with your family and your in-laws about your family, not to give them the wrong impression, that kind of thing. Make sure that everybody's on the same page and being supportive, rather than going in different directions. Everybody needs to be here on the same page with this fox. It's very independent, and we want a family feel here. And again, the book and the crossroads on sex and loyalty with the dog, kind of looks like perhaps, again, third-party involvement, which goes back to being careful over here with household stuff and being careful with that. There may be some talks and some things going on, or something's being kept from a partner, and this again may have to do with education. but just feeling like I need to go do my own thing, and I'm not necessarily telling my partner, and that could come as a surprise. So I would like to see the communication better in this relationship. Although I do like the idea that this family does seem to be dedicated to one another, but I think they need to work on that communication, and possibly with the date nights, and take it slow, and focus here on this man who's having some depression issues or some confusion or feeling guilty. He may be having issues and burdens regarding work, which a lot of work cards are coming up in this relationship reading. So that's what I have for a mini reading of how to read the charms, and you can, these are Lenormand charms, so I tend to use Lenormand meanings. And if you're using different charms, then feel free to use your intuition about what they represent to you. So, but that's the Magpie one and how I read the Lenormand charms. Hope that helps. See you later, guys.